Hello and welcome to my business presentation of Fally Brewery. I wanted to give a little background on the name first before I go into it. Fally Brewery was named after me and my brother's nickname growing up. I just wanted to pay tribute with him because we both love enjoying a nice quality beer. So I feel like this pays tribute to our relationship and through this brewery. The type of business for this craft brewery is there's going to be three different types of rotating beers every 2 weeks. This is unique and different than what actual breweries are doing at this moment. Usually they have new beers coming every month or so. And sometimes they bring back old favorites. So right now, this is just going to be unique and different because it's going to be more frequent than other breweries. This idea has a mission to connect with the customers who love beer and have a creative and unique taste. It's important to be able to connect with the customer with our beer because of the quality that's going to be. And this idea came from the crumble cookie business, where they rotate 5 different cookies every week. And from 2019 to 2020, they had an increase of sales by 93%, which is incredible to see in a newer business. So this business idea, it's going to be a craft brewery that has a selection of creative beers that are rotating every 2 weeks. The customer will vote on their favorite of the three, and it will be kept in the main rotation for the year or beyond. In that brewery, there are going to be 5 different types of beer that are just the main beers that we sell, but the 3 rotatings are going to happen every 2 weeks. So once the customer comes in, they can get a flight of beer of the 3, or they can get 12 or 16 ounce, whatever they like, and they'll be able to vote on it, and we'll be able to keep it there so that maybe the customers that really enjoyed it will come back and enjoy some more. We really want to focus on quality over quantity. There's a lot of business and craft breweries that really focus on pumping out as much beer as they can, like the Bud White, Budweiser, and Miller Lite. But we really want to focus on that quality of the craft. The brewery business has grown tremendously over the years, with 79% of Americans living within 10 miles of the brewery. This is incredible to see, and then we'll gain more customers that live closer to a brewery. So we want to look at those areas. And the demographics of the age range is 21 to 35, which is the millennia age range. We'll talk about a little bit more about that, and to add more significance and get away from the competitiveness of other breweries, there will be axe throwing and mini golf in the brewery, so we can gain more customers there. The history of breweries started in the European culture and originally called a pub. There's 4 different styles of breweries called microbrewery, which is a smaller, doesn't really brew as many units as bigger ones. There's also a brew hub, tap room. Brew hub. The difference between a brew hub and a tap room is that a brew hub it's a mix of food and brewing. They have their own beer, but they also have a main focus on their food. Then the taproom brewery is solely focused on the brewing process and selling beer, and that's where they get most of their sales from. Sometimes they have pop-ups of food trucks and stuff like that, but it's mostly just brewing their beer. And then the regional brewery, which is the well-known ones like Bud Light, Budweiser, they really sell a lot of units of beer and get their name out there. And this is a very competitive business, as in the past 12 years there has been over 7,000 new breweries created over in the United States. This is an incredible feat. This is just over that time span. There's just so many people wanting to get into this business. Fally Brewery is an innovative brewery that ensures that the customer comes in with a new type of beer that you have never experienced, and we want that uniqueness. We want that draw for the customer, so that they come in and they have a different taste and they enjoy their time there. I believe that it's going to be very important to engage with the customer, to get their feedback, to continue to be innovative to have the brewmaster come out and explain what ingredients they're putting into the beer, and just get involved with the business so that we're able to be more creative. As I talked about before, we're going to be in the millennial age range, 21 to 35. They are that's a very critique age range. They really move on quickly from things, so we want to be able to draw them in by utilizing different ways, like from social media or building the brand and just getting quality beer. This age range, they really worry about, they want to feel the connection that's within the glass, and so that's very important to them. And so and then going into the following step, partnership with local liquor stores and building a brand on social media just plays an important role of getting that draw in from the customers. Marketing plan. As I discussed, social media is going to play a big influence in this to building our brand. First, we're going to build a reputation on Facebook, and then go from there, because Facebook is one of the biggest social media networks out there. A lot of businesses go on there because that's where the first people look at. And then we're going to branch out to one of the most popular social media networks out there is TikTok. TikTok plays a big role in business, especially with the crumble cookies. They send TikToks out there of how they do their ingredients, and that's how they get their draw. And that's really what we want to do. We want to get people to be involved with our business and maybe show a tour of the brewery, or show how things are differently made, and get some draw there. When we distribute to local liquor and grocery stores, we do want the sales to be mostly in the brewery, but once they're out there, we want to be able to showcase our brand. We want to be able to build a relationship with those stores and place it in certain areas that we can distribute it from. Well, ours is going to be very unique because, as I discussed, this is a kind of the name is with my brother, and so we're going to have a logo of me and my brother drinking, but it's going to be etched out, outlined, so it's going to draw some creatives and feel like family and feel at home. And as you can see, this is our outline of our management plan. And we're going to have two sections of the board of sales and board of operations. Board of sales is really going to focus on what's going internally of the sales of the beer, and the board of operations is what's going on operational wise within the process of making the beer. And I feel like one of the most important employees there is the brewmaster. The brewmaster has to be creative and innovative and on board with what we're trying to do, and this is their opportunity to do so. So they'll be heavily involved in that process. In the beer process, we are going to be based out in Madison, Wisconsin. The reason why there is because the excess tax is very low compared to any other state. That's one draw, and that's going to be a major city where it has colleges and just a big city for beer drinkers. But we're going to get local ingredients from the Cheese City Beer Farm. They really know it's in their name, their farm, and they grow ingredients for beer. And they make their own beer there too. But we want to be able to be good partners with them to get those ingredients, top-notch ingredients there. Plus, getting top-notch brewing equipment will be able to help the process of rotating beers and getting it fresh and new through that process. And then we're going to be different than other breweries by bottling our beers in glass instead of cans, and this will distinguish us from the competition. To invest in this business is going to probably be around $1 million, and we're going to get it from the Forward Company Investments. They are our local investment company, and they really focus on local businesses, so I believe this is very important to stay within the community. It's going to be in a warehouse in Madison, Wisconsin. This is going to give us a lot more square footage so that we can be able to put in the axe throwing and the mini golf in there. A lot of the investments will be going into the ingredients, will be going into the equipment, will be going to the furniture. The axe throwing and the mini golf is also involved, and then also getting the employees off to the right foot. But the added of the axe throwing and mini golf made it up to that $1 million. We're not going to make a huge mini golf course, and then the axe throwing is just something new and different, and people love to throw an axe. The financials of this is we're looking to see that we're going to break even within the year, and then grow from there. We want to be patient with it because the business is a new business idea, and Crumble Cookies did not start off fast. It took them a couple years. It took them 2 or 3 years to do so. I'm looking for a lot more financial growth within 3 to 5 years, and we'll be able to get our foot in the door from there. And to be able to do so, we're going to put some prevential measures in place by helping the bartenders not overpour or them ringing up things incorrectly, and just being able to put a process in place that we're not losing money and we're just continuing to gain money from there. To round this all about, it's very important that we build the team around us for this business, that everybody is on board. It's important we get those different sections up and readily available for the business to shoot off and go upwards from there. We want to work in a timely but quality manner to give the customers the most creative and innovative craft beer. It is very important to have that quality beer, but we want to be able to get it out within those 2 weeks so that we have those rotating beers those 3 rotating beers, and be able to get the customers attracted and involved in the business. The challenge is that it's a very competitive business to be in right now. Everybody is wanting to get a new brewery out there, so continuing to be innovative, unique, and different to separate it from the competitiveness is going to be it's going to be a challenge, but it's exciting because it's going to be fun. And just knowing your audience, being able to connect with the audience, the customers, and the business, and so it will help it be successful at the end of the day. They know beer, the customers do, and we want to ensure that they're happy at the end of the day. So they will strive our success through through our business. I appreciate you listening to me of my business plan and my business idea. Thank you all. Enjoy.